Hi, and welcome to British Dad Reacts. My name is John, and thank you for watching. And if you like this kind of content, then, well, you know what to do. I've got bits of 4 videos to show, really, to try and tell a complete story. And strangely, it's a story about a Jamaican racing horse. Okay, I wanted to start with that because this was really the first song about the horse called Longshot, who was a famous Jamaican racing horse. And the pioneers in the formation that they were at the time released the song, I think in 1968, called Longshot, the name of the horse, Longshot Bust Me Bet. And it was about how the horse used to get whipped and beaten as it kind of was forced to race around the tracks. Now, it's important because there was another song a year later which also celebrated the same horse by the same band. This track, Longshot Kick the Bucket, sometimes seen as Kick the Bucket, which is the kind of more anglicised phrase, I guess, rather than the colloquial Jamaican slang at the time. The track was released a year later, the Kick the Bucket version, and it's often sort of heralded as one of the first reggae songs. Now, I'll discuss a little bit about reggae, ska, rocksteady a bit later, but I picked this version because the kind of the bass on it really hits. Now you can see from the graphic that somebody's put up onto YouTube, obviously this was under the Trojan record label and released in 1969. As I said, the Bust Me Ticket was 1968 and was under a different record label and producer. Now the Pioneers started in about, I think, 1962. They had some early attempts at success, but didn't really come off. They kind of broke up. And it was two brothers, really, Sydney and Derrick Crooks at the time. And they broke up, and then I think it was Sydney kind of reformed the band. He recruited Jackie Robinson and then Gordon Agard, or as he was also known, Gordon Dekker. And I think he switched to the name Dekker because he was the kind of half-brother of Desmond Dekker, who became incredibly famous. And with the three of them, with Sydney Crooks, Jackie Robinson, and George Dekker, they became a trio again. And this was probably one of their greatest songs. So the lyrics of the track really kind of tell the story of the horse in its 203rd race. And it is a famous, or was a famous horse, racing horse in Jamaica. How in the, I don't know how to pronounce it, Caymanas Park racing track, the horse Combat fell, took down Longshot with it. Apparently it broke his shoulder and he had to be destroyed. So that's the kind of the story of the horse and the song that was originally done the year before, and then this follow-up version. Now, some would say, or some have said, that this is the first ever reggae song. There's much dispute about these things. And I think there was this period of kind of evolution, really, from ska through rocksteady to reggae, and where they fit exactly, I'm not sure it really matters. But just a little bit of background, I guess, is that ska kind of started in Jamaica, probably in the really late 1950s and in through the early 60s. And it came from the musicians who'd been brought up on kind of Caribbean sounds of Calypso and Mento. They'd also been influenced by kind of American jazz and R&B, and they started creating a new kind of rhythmic version for themselves. And there was particular emphasis on things like, in ska, kind of walking bass line, the kind of skank on the guitar, with the kind of upbeats, where the focus was on the 2/4 type thing rather than the 1/3. The use of brass instruments, of course, and a kind of fast-paced rhythm. And it was often a kind of fairly simple background with the key on the vocals. Reggae is often thought of as being slightly slower paced than ska, a bit more melodic and kind of keyboardy sound. To be honest, I'm sure there are purists who can explain it better, but that kind of thing to me is at this period there was an evolution, shall we say, between these types of music. And I'm not sure we should have to create such divisions. If we like the music, we like the music. Now, ska music kind of re-exploded onto the scene in the UK anyway, in the sort of mid to late 70s. And there was a movement that came out of particularly the middle part of England, around the Midlands, around the kind of Birmingham, Coventry area, with a record label called Two Tone. And one of the biggest bands on that were the Specials. And as part of that kind of ska revival, they played so many ska songs and so many great gigs. And this was them live in 1979.
Caymanas Park. What a weeping and a wailing down at Caymanas Park. Dance and kicky bucket, dance and kicky bucket. It happened in the first race, and it could not the place. It happened in the first race, and it could not the place. Dance and kicky bucket, dance and kicky bucket. It went, but it couldn't take the trail. It went, but it couldn't take the trail. Dance and kicky bucket, dance and kicky bucket. And a wailing down the Caymanas Park. What a weeping and a wailing down the Caymanas Park.
Okay. All the links to the videos, and there's one more I've got to show, are in the description. This is a great version by the Specials. And I'm not going to talk about the Specials because I'll cover them in other videos, because this really is about the song related to the Horse Long Shot. But this kind of ska revival of that kind of late 70s in the UK also brought, I think, a kind of a punk aesthetic with it, in that there was much more pace and energy. And a kind of an aggression almost in the music. Really popular, and still is even today. And I think one of the things, the final kind of video I wanted to show, really, one of the things before I do that, the big label at the time for this kind of ska revival in the UK was called Two Tone label. And two tone is sometimes used to describe the kind of the two chord structure in the harmony of some ska songs. A two tone. Just an interesting coincidence, I guess, or maybe not. Jerry Dammers was a very good musician. Now, in 2023, there was a mod and ska revival. This band performed.
These people are beautiful. They deserve it.
54 years ago, man.
What a first race, and they tore up the place. It happened in the first race, and they tore up the place. Long shot, him kicky bucket. Long shot, kicky bucket.
It's so great to see music that in 2024 is like 55 years old, and from this performance in 2023 still being honoured, respected, listened to, adored. And that's just one of the great things about some songs, some bands, is that they just kind of live on. And there was something about the beat and the movement of this kind of ska reggae. Personally, I think this particular track is more at the ska end, but it just moves you inside and you just feel the beat and the rhythm. I'm just going to move this video forward because, as I said, the link to the full video is in the description, but it shows a little bit of the crowd, and that's what I want you to see. This is a UK crowd listening to this kind of music in 2023.
In kicky bucket, long shot, kicky bucket. Thank you so very much. God bless you. Good afternoon, good night. Thank you so much.
You can probably see it was raining there as well, so people were there regardless of the elements. And you saw a lot of the kind of fashions and styles that were part of British culture in that kind of early 70s and through the kind of up to probably mid 70s period. We'll probably cover that in future videos about the kind of skinhead moon stomp type thing. So the Pioneers, their songs about the horse long shot. First of all, Bust Me Bet, and then long shot kick the D bucket. I hope you enjoyed it. If you do, please consider leaving a like, subscribe, leave a comment or a recommendation. A longish video, but there was a lot to tell as always. And I always want to give that kind of context and history. Thank you so much for watching.